Hey guys, it's Dan, and welcome back to Unified Gaming. Now I'm going to share with you something that I'm really passionate about, and I'm really pleased with how it's coming on so far. And I also want to just give you a bit of an update about sort of how I am and kind of where we're going with the channel and so on. Okay, so kind of where I am. Lots of you know I've been ill, so lost my voice, couldn't speak. Now I can speak, so now I can record. It's pretty simple. That's why there's been less videos recently. And as for kind of where we are as a channel, well, Harrowstorm's coming up. I've been on the PTS, I've designed some new builds. I've also been designing a brand new website, which I think is absolutely it honestly is the tits. It's really cool. So I'm really pleased with how it's looking. I've been obviously getting loads of feedback from people. We've had like 700 views already, and it's only been up for like 2 weeks. It's absolutely crazy. So it's obviously had loads of feedback. I've been able to refine it, make it better and better. So I'm going to show you what that looks like today. You can go there yourself, have a look. It's not finished, but I will aim to have kind of all the written stuff written up basically by the end of maybe this week, maybe next week. So the idea is that you can go here, get all of the written builds if you want to that are on the channel, any guides that we have, and I'm also adding new stuff to it as well, which I'll be putting future videos on as well. So lots of exciting stuff there. And not only that though, we'll also be having other people's builds and just stuff featured as well. So I've been speaking to a number of content creators. So Captain TJ, he makes guides and stuff for PvE, so he's working on a kind of a Sigic route type thing, or how you can kind of get your Sigic skill up, but also sky shards and lore books in a very easy route to follow. I've been speaking to people like Skinny Cheats Gaming, who does PvE builds. He's got like a 98k DPS build for Stamina Necromancer. It's just absolutely crazy, but it's also really easy to follow and just to understand. So it's a no-brainer. That's why we're going to work with him to create PvE builds for the website. And then I've spoken to people like Sedan, Is There No One Else, and Lobo, to name a few people from the PvP community, to obviously again feature some of their builds, like their best ones. The hope is that this place will become like a hub for high level ESO content, that if you want to get better at PvP, you come straight here, because all the good builds are going to be here by myself, Lobo, Is There No One Else, Sedan, and other people that we feature as well. So kind of really good PvP builds here. We then have PvE builds coming from Skinny Cheats Gaming, who is just, they're easy to follow, they have high DPS, and honestly they're idiot proof, so definitely give those a go. And then you obviously got all the guides that I make as well. So the hope is that this is going to be like a place of just high quality ESO content for you to come and get. I hated when I tried kind of learning this game to go, well, actually, how do I DPS on Light Attack Weaver Animation Cancel? And I'd have to go to Owlcast, and then Dots Gaming, and then Christopher ESO, and then Deltia Gaming when Deltia was about, and then it just was really confusing. And then I had to go to YouTube, and just loads of information out there. It's just kind of spread out there. It's not really in one place, and that's what I want this website to be: a shared and unified gaming community, which is what we obviously try to do. So as you can obviously gather, that's kind of what this website is going to be about. So we're going to jump in now and actually have a look at it. You can go here yourself. It's www.unified-gaming.org. There's a link in the description. There's a link on the channel banner. It's in alpha, so yeah, but that just means that it's not finished, basically. There'll be a few things that might be wrong, a few typos, a few mistakes, some things that might not even work, or there'll be things missing, but that's expected. But they will be kind of finished in the next week or so. Now looking at that website, when you get here, it looks like this. So this is the home page. It has that kind of same sort of theme that my videos have. Minimalistic, to the point, easy to access, bish bash bosh, off you go kind of thing. Okay, so you've got the navigation bar at the top. It's really simple. You can click on all of these things to take you to different things. So this takes you to obviously our YouTube channel, or the little button here, Facebook page. I do have a Discord server, so if you need help with PvP builds, just add me on Discord and then obviously help you. Got Patreon if you want to donate and support the website or the channel, just myself, so that's always helpful. Then obviously you can join the community here, so you can obviously join the YouTube community. You can actually register to the website and join in here, so you see there's loads of ways to get part of this community. You obviously got the navigation bar at the top to help you around. We have a live feed from the YouTube channel of all the most recent videos, so this will be updated, so this is great. Sometimes this will be offline, sometimes it's online, it's a bit temperamental, but I will get that fixed, okay? We then have just general updates, so I've only been putting things here, it's kind of a placeholder in all honesty, but this is where we'll keep updates for the channel, for the website, so it's in one spot. We have this nice little slidey thingy on, so you can click this to move around if you don't want to use that bar at the top. and there'll be spaces for adverts to kind of help pay for the website, so the website kind of pays for itself. That's the hope, because obviously I'm paying for it currently out of my own pocket. We then obviously have a chat feature, so if you want to chat on the website to other people or to myself, just use that. It's great. So yeah, the home, it's got like loads of cool things for you to do, and again, social links at the bottom. We're now going to look at what different parts there are to the website, so obviously check it out yourself, but I would honestly do listen to it, because I'm going to go through kind of just how they work, because there's some really cool things in here, okay? And yeah, before I forget, it's also mobile friendly too, so this works for mobiles, tablets and desktops, all of it, okay? So PvP wise, you've got all the PvP builds, all the classes. My idea is that you're basically going to go, I want a PvP build, pick your class, and there'll be a list of builds there. I've only put a few on at the moment, so there will be the rest going on very soon. But if I go to, Magical Warden, what you'll find is that there's loads of builds on here. So that way you go, oh, okay, this is what they can do. Look at that, that's cool. You then get the chart to go, how is Magical Warden kind of performing this patch? Oh, okay, it's good at this, it's bad at that, so you get an idea of how it's doing so far. As I said, this works on mobile too. You then obviously have this kind of scale that I've added for those websites exclusively, so you can obviously use this to help you. But this is aimed at giving you a way of comparing a build, going actually, what is each build good at? Can I compare this to that and to that? Well, yes you can if you use the build on this website. I'm only going to obviously use this for my builds and builds that I feature on here, not anybody else's on YouTube, okay? Basically, how easy is it to play on Master? This just tells you, if you picked up the class and made the build, how easy could you start playing it? Well, actually, yeah, you can play it pretty well. It does take you a bit of time to get kind of to that top level that Glyco's at, so you might be able to play it quite well early on, but you won't get there for a little while. And then if you have a little chart down here that I've made, and this obviously just tells you what is the build good at. All the sort of builds follow this scaling system, so that way you can go, this is a 20, this is it's 20 out of 20, this is really defensive with no damage. If you go down though, the resistor, this is still quite defensive, but it's got quite a bit more damage. Oh, okay, so this is more of a tanky damage dealer. This is awesome. And then I can go down a bit more and go, okay, what about Frostbite? How's this doing? Oh, okay, a bit more damage, but less defense. But, it's got, so the idea is you get kind of, what is this good at, basically? What's it bad at? And to also make it easier for you, any build that's on here, if it's out of date, it will just be hidden. So basically, the video might be a little bit old, but if the build still works, I'll leave it on here, okay? If the build doesn't work out, then obviously we'll remove it, because that's inaccurate and that's not what I want. So that way you've got loads of kind of things that go, okay, there's 3 things I could use this patch already, awesome. Then you obviously got the PvP class summaries, and you get this cool little thing over here. Like many of you, I am a little bit kind of impatient and I want the information nice and fast. So I've made this, and it's unique. I've not seen anybody do this, but this just helps you teleport around the page. It's really, really cool. You push the button, it takes you there. Magic Dragon, look at that, nice and simple. Let's go back to Magic Templar. There you go, I don't need to scroll. I go down to Stamina Necromancer. And it's really cool, it's like up and down we go. And yeah, it's just really, really neat. You got a description of the kind of class, what they're like, the chart to give you an idea of how they're performing currently. These will be updated for Harrowstorm. I'll probably let Harrowstorm pass a week or two though in to get an idea of how it's feeling so far before we do that though. But again, you get the idea, and you get these updated for Dragonhold. We then actually have the PvP build layout, so I'm going to show you what that looks like now. I've made a template, so this is the template, the apprentice build. So you obviously when you get to here, you just click on the little chest plate or the written guide. It's really simple. And then this is kind of the format that I'm going to use for all the PvP builds and all the PvE builds. They're going to have the exact same format, so that way they're easy to navigate, very familiar from build to build. Obviously our little slogan, what the build's called, when the build was designed, and does it still work. This still works for Harrowstorm on the PTS currently. I will continue to monitor this, and if it doesn't, this obviously will disappear, so yeah. You obviously have all hyperlinks here, so you can just use these on mobile to teleport around. The mobile page does look slightly different, but again it's got all the same bits, so it's got everything you need. You've got that navigation bar to help you teleport around really quickly, going, okay, let's look at the rotations and the combos. So it's right down to the bottom, okay, that's what I do, I go Haunted Girls, nice and simple. And then go to the top of the page if I want. So this is just really helpful to get around. These also do the same thing there. We then obviously have just an overview of the build, so you go, what is this build kind of like, just a couple sentences. You then have the stat pages that you can click on the picture to make them larger. You can zoom in, you can download it if you want to, so it's really, really helpful there. You obviously have front bar, back bar, front bar, back bar. You obviously have unbuff and it tells you what that means, buffed, so good stuff there. I include a build video guide usually, or just gameplay depending if it's applicable. So you obviously can check that. You go, oh, actually, how does this play? This is what I. So there you go. Nice and simple. We then obviously have the race. First is obviously best. Second, third. These ones will work really well, but I would recommend obviously these three. If the race is not listed here, it doesn't mean it can't work. It's just not as good as these ones. We then obviously have the attributes, nice and simple. We then have obviously the Munder stones, and if you go, oh, what does the mage actually do? I forgot what the mage does. Just click this button. Opens a new tab so you can close it, and it will tell you what they do. So you go, okay, the mage. Oh yeah, it's in Gartwood. It's 2000 Magicka. Okay, that's nice and simple. There we go, Magicka. So again, you can obviously just use this to help you find what you need. And if you go, oh, where is it located? Oh yeah, there's a button here that takes me to a website that gives me all the maps. So, see? But I still got my bit up here open. So that way you can kind of just get the information you need. It's going to be the same for food, recipes, all that stuff as well. So one page will have all the information you need for this whole build, nice and simple. But you don't have to see it if you don't need to. You obviously got the skills and the passives. So again, this is kind of the format I'm using. So obviously what skill line, and the base skill. For all of them, exactly the same. If I put a little slash, it was obviously a flex spot. All the passives, I've just listed all the key ones. So if I say all class passives, use your common sense and just get all the class passives that go. I'm not going to list what they are word for word, okay? That's pointless. We've then got a space for an advert. We can try and obviously make the website pay for itself. We have our equipment, which looks absolutely awesome. I love how this looks. Really pleased with this. We have this nice table, and then it actually highlights. So if you just hover over it, it just highlights. This is really cool. So you go, okay, I want to use waste, shackle breaker, light, impenetrable, Magicka glyph. Done. I know what to make now. So that's just helpful. We then say where you can find them. We then have our consumables. It should be a vampire or werewolf. Vampire stage 3, obviously. So yeah, that's why. And it's because you get undeath and you get supernatural recovery. So those are the reasons why we do it for these. We then have what potions to use or foods. And again, you've got obviously links there, so you can click on the links to find them. They're not set up yet, but they will be added very soon. Space for an advert. What's the CP? Or to the rotation. So actually going from the top to the bottom is really simple to get what you need. You go, okay, that's what it does. That's what it's meant to do. That's what it looks like stat-wise. That's how I play it. Okay, I need this, done. Got those skills, done. Okay, I need to, okay, that's done. Okay, I need to get these done. See, I'm done now, finished. Do you see how quick that was? I'm trying to make this really minimalistic, to the point, so it's nice and simple for you to get what you want. So yeah, that's kind of the plan of this kind of website. And again, if you are somebody who goes, oh, but I don't do PvP, Dan, I don't do it, I want to do PvE, we will be having PvE stuff too. It is under construction though, and yeah, so you get the idea, right? It's under construction. I do have some guides put on here already, so you've got the leveling guide as well. So if you go, okay, how do I level power level? Oh, that's how I do it. We will put on our Lagurdaman guide down here too, so you'll be seeing that soon. Let's have a look at this one quickly before we sort of wrap the video up. But you get the idea that you got the navigation bar. Let's go, okay, what Munders do we need? Okay, we could use these. These are good ones to use. What about the attributes? Okay, so I focus all into Magicka and Magicka. So the idea that this just helps you get what you need really, really fast. What equipment? How do you optimize your skills? Where you can level. So clicking pictures shows you. There's a little route, numbers, really simple. Purple route for extra kind of just, you can add this on if you need to for more XP or more gold. So yeah, that's the kind of the website where it is currently. As I said, there's quite a bit that's been done to it. It's hard to obviously see the behind the scenes stuff because you can't see that. So yeah, I'd really like to know what you think of this website. I've spent a lot of time on this, as you can tell. It's not easy making a website, and to obviously get the kind of layout right, the format of the font, and just to make it look nice and then actually be functional and easy to navigate. And yeah, it's been interesting. It's been interesting. So I'm going to wrap this video up here, guys. So if you want to check that website out, it's www.unifiedgaming.org. You can obviously go there now. It's live. It looks like it does in a video. There might be a few changes by the time this goes up. I change it pretty much every single day because I'm working on it heavily. So I hope that it'll be completely finished. All the written builds will be up in the next week or so. So again, they'll be up there. So there's loads of stuff you could access then. And yeah, I'd really, really love to know what you guys think of it. You know, is it good? Is it bad? Is it ugly? What could I do to make it better, easier to use? Are there any bugs? Maybe there are. It's, you know, it's an alpha, so there probably will be bugs. And yeah, I'm going to call this video here though, because it's obviously been long enough, and I will be putting a video out this weekend of my Magical Sorcerer build that you saw at the start of the video. It had a 21 kill streak, and I died because of lag. Otherwise, it would have gone like 23-0. It's rare. But yeah, so I'm going to catch you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care, and bye.